Thanks for having me.
I've been so excited to talk to you because you are mega talented, super talented. I am so honored to be interviewing you today. So, what's new? I heard you have a new single coming out.
Yes, I am just living on cloud nine today. It came out at midnight called You Take It All Away. It is just, it's one of those songs that coming out, I was just so excited because it hits me personally. Like I tear up still listening to it. So I was just excited for it to be out for family, friends, strangers, just to relate to it.
I love it. And you told me that it was actually filmed at your grandmother's house.
Yeah, so the music video just released at noon today, and we did film it at my grandma's house. It was in Brooklyn, for any New Yorkers out there. And it was just one of those days where everything just came together so perfectly. And she was just about to sell her house after she had passed. So our family is just kind of clearing everything out. And then next thing you know, we were in there able to have this special moment to capture it one last time. So even that alone, oh, my family, some of them were texting me on the way here, and they're just like, I can't do it at work. I gotta watch it when I'm home because the waterworks are gonna be coming. So we're really excited.
Wow, it's so personal. Are you very close with Nanny?
Yes, I was. So she passed in November of 2021, but she was definitely my best friend. I lived with her a summer when I was interning in New York. So we got super close. I got to know her ice cream orders and her show times and when to be in and out of the bathroom. But now she's a, everyone on the block knew her. And then eventually we actually, TikTok in 2020, we had all these videos of her just doing life. So we're like, let's put it out there. She's so cute. Like we thought it was just us being our grandmother's cute and amazing. And we put it out there, and literally within 2 weeks, she had like 2 or 1.5 million views on some videos that of just her eating cake. Like that's just how funny she is. Like just stealing it and trying to pretend that no one was watching, going for the third piece and just being her and living life. So that's kind of person she was. She just like lit up every room.
That's amazing, Brianne. Oh, that's so sweet. Now, what were you up there interning for?
At the time, I was interning for a publishing company right near MSG, and it was a supply chain magazine. And then I ended up doing nothing with any type of publishing or anything editorial, and I went to the pharmaceutical industry. So, and I supply plan for a company in New Jersey.
Wow, that's amazing. My one of my best friends, or my best friend, works at GSK, so it's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's always moving that industry. They say like you come in every day, you don't know what you're gonna expect, and kind of the same way with music, with the crowds you're going into, you have to read the room, and it's definitely true for everything.
I just love being able to talk to people like all the aspects of your life. It's just like, okay, well, music artists, it's kind of like we write these incredible songs like You Take It All Away, right? And it's like it comes from such a deep place. And we
Yeah.
do so many things outside of music, right? We're not just sitting there like playing music all day and
Like,
singing covers, right?
yeah.
Especially when it comes to
Exactly.
writing music. So that is really awesome. I'm so happy to hear about her. I can't wait to check out her TikToks. I didn't have time to check out her TikToks, but I did check out your stuff.
You're
So
gonna you're gonna love it. You have to let me know which one's your favorite.
yes, I can't wait. I'm gonna watch that cake video and just be like,
So good. So good.
okay. So what is your songwriting process? Tell us how that goes.
Yeah, so typically I'm a melody person. So I get on my guitar, was never trained, went on YouTube, learned 4 or 5 chords, just enough to get me by because I had melodies, but I couldn't like write them down. I don't know if I know you're into music and you perform and play and songwrite, so you might have a similar, I don't know if you were trained in music or anything like that, but it's definitely one of those things you need something to work with your voice or someone, right? So at the time I didn't have anyone that I was not really in the music scene. I was an athlete growing up. And then next thing you know, the melodies are coming. So my typical process would be have, a feeling or a situation or something that is pulling on my heart at that time. So usually I'll set time. There are cases in the car where you get a melody to your head and you're like, okay, gotta get my voice note. I'm being safe driving, but I'm also getting this voice note. So you need to do both. But that's typical. I'll set time for it and I'll just play and see, first get the feeling and the vibe that I'm trying to portray, because I think it's so important. I'm comfort. Everything I write, everything I sing comes from my soul. Like, you can see it in my face when I'm singing. I'm not looking pretty, because I just want that emotion to push through the screen to whoever is going to be listening and let them relate it to their life. So that's important. So it starts with that feeling. It starts with that vibe, whether it's guitar or piano, and then the melody comes, and then, writing from there. I love co-writing. I'm a big co-write girl. I think it's important to almost vet out your ideas and get a different perspective, so that it's not just maybe soloed one way. So those are two things I would say. Start with melody, and then co-write. And sometimes they come to you and you keep them like a baby and you don't want anyone to touch them. But in the end, it's always better when you have someone take a look at it and work it through.
I totally agree. I love co-writing. That's kind of where like I ended off with my songwriting journey too. It's like a ton of co-writes, so it was really really fun. Okay, so for this song in particular, for You Take It All Away, you wrote it last year, right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I wrote it literally almost a year ago, 2021, and it came out of um, it was a few weeks after my best friend's dad had passed away, and there was this overwhelming like sadness and just wanting to be there. And we see these stories happen. It's just unexpected, and they're such good people, and you're kind of questioning, how could this happen? And writing from that place of how, I tried to portray them feeling in a way of comfort, this song came out of, to be reminding that, at the end of the day, you were raised by that person, or you were surrounded by that place, or that community, whoever that is for you, that grew you. You are who you are because of that person. You can never get that taken away. And I think that when they maybe physically aren't there with you anymore, they are spiritually there with you. They are in the room with you. They helped form your thoughts and who you are most of the time in good situations, and that carries with you. So I truly wanted this song to be, you take it all away, even when you're not here. You play that song that we used to play together when I was having a bad day or I lost my soccer game, and you play that song, and you picture them next to you in the car. And I literally do that with her for certain things and moments and songs, and other people too. So this song I hope can just relate to whoever needs to hear, you are not alone, and the presence of those who you love and who raised you will continue to take it away and drive you through life.
That is so beautiful. I love it. That's why this song is so good.
Thank you.
You're just such an artist. I love it. So okay, and you actually came to LA, right, to finish the song?
Yes. So actually, I wrote it with Basilio, and he's here right now. You're going to see him in a little bit. We wrote it together, and we kind of parked it. And I went to LA, and I was able to work from home there, which was amazing. I had a few opportunities for singing and songwriting, and just really cultivating my artistry, and working with new people, like we talked about, co-writing. And I had some opportunities, and I just kept getting drawn back to that, you take it all away, like that melody. And I was like, I had a voice note that we had done one night, and I clutched on. I'm on the beach listening to it. I'm like, okay, towards the end of this trip, we need to write the song when we get back. And when I came back home, this was probably early October. My grandmother went on hospice, and the song kind of took a whole new meaning, because it started from the pain and the wanting comfort of being there for someone else, to then now my situation. And it was just, I think we finished writing it in a session, right, Basilio?
Yeah.
It was like one session, and it was done. And then I love to throw this in there because we had it almost ready to go for mixing. This was earlier this year, and I finally got the strength to listen to her voicemails, because she would call every day, especially during COVID, because she was lonely and things like that, like a lot of people dealt with. And I remember I was able to listen to like 5 of them, and 2 of them that you hear is what's on the song. It's the first and the last one. And I just think, again, she was there to take it all away. Even though I could barely handle listening to them without bawling, it was a purpose, right? Like, she knew, and it just clicked. And I was like, Basilio, we got to put this on the song. And literally that night, he put it on the song. He even said him and his sister teared up a little bit, and he's like, this is what it needed. And so that part to me is just, she's going to always be on this song with me and in this moment, and captured in You Take It All Away. So it's just so cool.
that. I was raised by my grandma, so I definitely,
Oh,
it's just so beautiful.
it's a special bond, right? Like you can't, I don't know what it is. It's like your first love outside your parents, I think, or your siblings. I think that's the best way I could describe it when it comes to the people around you.
Yeah, yeah. It's just such a beautiful story, Brianne. You make me want to
Thank
cry.
you.
I'm just like cry too. It's so sweet. Okay.
I
So
love it.
so you both finished the song in November of
Yeah, it was November, and then we put on the voice memo probably January, right after the new year. Yeah,
wow.
and then mixing, mastering, and then here we are. We um, kind of switching into that the music video, right? So that again is just a sign because we got the mix on St. Patrick's Day, and my grandma's 100% Irish. Like it is who she part of who she is, and her little brogue and everything. She had a mix of like a Gaelic or they call Irish and Brooklyn. So she had this very distinct, everyone loved her little voice. But yeah, so that came out on St. Patrick's Day, and that already blew me away. And then I believe it was that same week. I think it was that Friday. An opportunity came up from a friend Mari, and she was supposed to do a music video with this group called Grace Visuals, and she referred them to me. She cut for not having the song that she wanted yet, so it went to me, and I was like, yeah, this would be great. They said you have two conditions, right? We just need to have the song pretty much ready to go. And I was like, the odds that I got it the day before I get this reach opportunity from them. So their name is called Grace Visuals, and I take it as a grace because I didn't deserve it, but she was like, girl, we're gonna give it to you. And then that next week I find out the house is being really looked at, and they completely gutted it. My cousins are working through that. So that was another sign. It's like, oh my gosh, you have the place. Like I want it to be captured this moment where I am, which is her house, right? So it all came together in like 2 to 3 weeks. It was unreal. I still don't know how it happened. I'm so grateful for the guys. Shout them out, Jay and AB. So good. It was just one day we filmed it. We went back for a second day for some of the aerial drone shots that you see in the video. And then one more scene actually in Jersey City was the intro scene in my apartment with me missing that phone call, kind of alluding to that voicemail. So it was that, I think, we were just talking to Basilio about it. I think some songs, when you have that visual, you kind of listen to the song first and you hear these references to someone or some feeling, and then this visual, and he said it so great. Basilio said it really brought it all together because now you're understanding the full story as why. And it's almost like that movie of that soundtrack that you heard when of the song. So yeah, I think it really is hand in hand. It's the song, but it's also the video that's really creating this impact. I've had so much love from family and friends and people saying that they've been tearing and all that. And I normally don't like when people cry, but I think it's important for them to just really take this in and take the message of the song in. And I'm so glad it's resonating.
I I mean that video is just so beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh, who shot this? Who made this? Who are you?
That's amazing.
Everyone
They
needs
did so good.
to feel this. I was like, she is like the next big thing. This is happening. So
Thank you. I love those car scenes too. I think they were really creative. And I think that the way they went scene by scene, but it still was cohesive, was just out of this world. I couldn't do it. So cheers to Grace Visuals. Thank you.
wow, that's such a great job, and they really just brought the song, gave that not no, the song had so much life already, but just gave it that visual
hmm
boost and just rounded everything out. Like everything just came together so well, like you said. So, okay. So you also released your debut EP, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. That was October. Actually, it was the end of September, September 28th, 2021. I was in LA, and then I got to sing it that week at Hotel Cafe. So it was amazing. It was my first time playing there. Shout out to all the LA folks, and anyone who's been out to California and been there. That venue is awesome. And yeah, I got to play it. I have "If You Love Me, Be Happy" was the lead single, and I really, again, I like to promote, in a lot of my songs, just like there's so much negativity out there, and just to remind people of, and pushing people to be their best, and If You Let Me Be Happy really came from that place of I'm growing, and it's not in a bad way, and I'm not hanging out or talking or doing these things anymore because I'm like, upset or anything. It's really just, if you love me, you'll be happy that I'm growing and finding this new avenue. But I'm still grateful for those people and the time that created to who I am today. So it's that middle ground of just being accepting of people growing, even if they're maybe not there every day with you anymore.
I love this amazing rooting and this constant revisiting of gratitude. It's really
Mm,
awesome. I love that. That's just I think that's part of who you are, and you're putting that in your music, and it's awesome. I
yeah.
love.
Thank you.
So, who are some of the influences here?
Ooh, like musically?
Yeah, you as an artist.
Yeah, yeah. So I I don't know if this will come as a surprise, but I love Adele. Adele for me.
Thing. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, is she the next Adele? Because this is, and then I thought,
No, she's too.
it's like this is happening. That's the new Adele. She's the next one. This is it.
She's too good. She's too good. Yeah, so Adele was really big for me. Again, I never had training, so a lot of my early years, probably middle school and high school, was I would watch videos, no joke, hours. I didn't even realize how long I was watching, and I went for the emotion. So the Kelly Clarksons, the James Arthur, the John Legend, um, Demi Lovato had that strong and that emotion kind of pulling out of you. And I would watch the way their voices were going. Like I would literally study, and eventually got there. I think my family in 8th grade, 7th grade, they were like, what does she think she's got going on? But I'm hoping they think that changed, because it really did help me. And I credit it to just, yeah, YouTube videos and really just honing in on the craft. And then eventually, in 2019, I joined a Christian group, a Christian band and a ministry, A Ray of Hope, and that really helped me cultivate the professional part of being an artist, and performing in front of a lot of people, and getting used to in-ear monitors and harmonies and songwriting when it's maybe not for you, right? It's for the collective, and all of that has definitely, especially in the past 3 years, really made me, I guess, more confident in my craft and my sound, and kind of where I would hope to be and to go. So, yeah.
Oh, now that's all coming together too. I'm like, okay, that makes so much sense because I can hear all of those people, right? You've got that emotional vocal vibe, and that's why this song comes together so incredibly well. And then the mixing was just very Adele-esque too, like vocals just like sitting way above all the instruments. Like that is the way that vocalists who
So
have
good.
your kind of voice, that's like how it should be mixed.
So
You know,
good.
it's not like
Yeah.
typical tracks with the vocals like kind of hiding underneath with like 15 layers of the same the same
Yes.
voice. You know,
Yes, literally.
I
When
was
we
like,
were getting that, I remember Basilio, we really wanted to focus on the vocal, and we recorded the vocals right here where we are in his studio. And I remember we took a take, and the first take, I don't know if you ever got like this, but you're so focused on like technical and the breathing, and you want it to, and I just started vocal lessons. So I was um, really honing in on the words and everything. And he told me, take a step back, and really just mean what you're singing, and don't focus too much on that technical. And then I think we had the pretty much the whole thing in that next take. Like it was really good directing from his end, and also just the reminder of, at the end of the day, like the song will do its thing.
yeah.
So
And it's kind of like this. You can add every single filter and plug-in or whatever on a vocal, but you can never add
yeah.
emotion,
Girl, come on.
and that's why it's like sometimes I mean I was a voice instructor for like 12 years, but sometimes if you don't work with a strong vocal instructor, they can actually like kind of like mess you up a little bit in terms of artistry because they're trying to
Hmm.
create like they're like, as a voice teacher or vocal instructor, you're
Hmm.
just learned all the ways to like warm somebody up
Yeah.
properly, how to like have them avoid vocal nodules or whatever it is, right? But
Yeah.
and then phrasing or whatever, but you don't really teach them like, hey, where did this emotion come from? And like
Mhm.
that's just something you can't replicate.
It's funny you say that too, because I started vocal lessons this past November for the first time, and I was super nervous because I didn't want my voice to change. And I have the most incredible vocal coach, Zook Smith. She is so good because the first time she was like, "We don't need to practice like the warm ups and stuff. Let's work on the songs you have, and let's work on your toolbox." And the concept of let's pull it out. If something doesn't feel like it's working, you have this. Let's figure out what your toolbox is. Like all these other options that I didn't even know I had. For example, there was this one I always would do aspiration before, like putting an H before singing. And the minute I didn't do that, all the time, it's important when you're doing like more soulful or quieter parts of a song. But for those louder parts in the choruses, just hit the note, right? Hit the O or hit the A and not with the H. And I was able to, it like literally blew my mind. It was one session, and I remember being like, oh, and I hear it in everything I've recorded in the past, and I wanted to redo it. Like it was mind blowing.
Yeah, the H elimination immediately has your vocal cords connected so that you can actually have a much stronger production of sound.
Mhm.
So
It
yeah,
was awesome. So shout out to Zook. So good.
yes, shout out to Duke. I love that. Amazing, seriously. So, okay, w- were you planning to do one song or two songs today?
Yeah, we'll do you take it all away. Is that cool?
Yeah. Did you want
And
to
if
see?
we have time for another, we'll see how that works.
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna set up a little, move the camera so we can see both of
Okay, so
us.
while that's going, um, Basilia, you didn't get much time to talk. What's up? Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Where are you? Where are you based out of?
Here in New Jersey, we're actually like in my little home studio right now.
Love it. You two are a power duo.
Yeah.
Yes, literally. He's awesome. He sings too, and he has his own music. He's so good.
Okay, so everybody, here is Brianne Nealon and Basilio Perez, and they're gonna do, and I'm gonna disappear.
We're good with audio and everything.
Does that sound good? Oh, guess it does.
Okay.
There we go.
Take me back to those moments when you held my hand. Every morning when you kissed my head. From the corner of my bed you tell me. Down in my thoughts, always wondering what's gone wrong. You put on a favorite song, you know I'd sing along. Hear you tell me it's alright, it's okay. It doesn't matter what they say. You'll make it through and be okay. Hey, you take it all away. You take it all away. Oh, you take it all away. You take it all away. Eyes on you, that's what my mother used to say to do. And I hope it brings me back to you in your arms when you held me. But I'm down in my thoughts, always wondering what's gone wrong. I put on our favorite song to hear you sing along. Hear you tell me it's alright, it's okay. It doesn't matter what they say. You'll make it through and be okay. Hey, you take it all away. Oh, you take it all away. You take it all away. take it all, take it all, take it all away. Take it all, you take it all away. Ooh, take it all away. Hey, hey, hey. Take it all away. Hey, hey, hey. It's alright, it's okay. Doesn't matter what they say, you'll make it through, be okay. Hey, you take it all away. So fun, so good. You take it all away.
Amazing!
Thank you guys.
My goodness, you two are so talented, amazing. I'm so touched. Where can everyone find you?
Yes, so my name is Brianne, Brianne, on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. It's Brianne_music_. And yeah, you just type in Brianne Nealon, it's my last name, or Brianne into Google, and you will find my stuff. My new song is You Take It All Away. Add it to your Spotify playlist. It really does help. And I think it really will encourage you, you know, on any type of day, but especially those days when you're in the car and you're just thinking about life. I encourage you to challenge you to listen to You Take It All Away.
I can't wait. I'm going to add it to all my playlists.
Thank you, Olivia. Oh my gosh, this has been so amazing being able to talk to you, and I just thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm so honored, so blessed. We are all so blessed and honored that you are doing your thing and just having this amazing music out here. So, yes, shout out to the 1,000 people that are watching on this broadcast. Yes, go find Brianne, and all your links are on Reach Me too, right? So reach.me/Brianne.
Yes, everything is on reach.me, and it's in link in my bio on Instagram.
Yay! Can't wait.
Awesome.
We are gonna find you all over the internet and support your
Yes, go stream it, go watch the YouTube video, the music video, and have a good one, guys. Thanks, Olivia.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.